is Food Chemistry Unit 2. We're still in Chapter 20, Cold Processing. Cold processing preserves food by slowing the chemical reaction rate in the food. Cold temperatures do not kill microbes or denature enzymes. Cold temperatures slow deterioration of food and extend shelf life. Refrigeration is the gentlest method of food storage. It causes the fewest changes in taste or texture. So enzymes deteriorate as soon as a fruit or vegetable is picked. Refrigeration slows this. Variables to control with refrigeration. Temperature. It's different for each food. Lettuce and tomatoes are best kept at 0 to 1 degrees Celsius, which is roughly 32 to 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Cucumbers and bell peppers are best kept at 3 to 5 degrees Celsius. This is roughly 37 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Red delicious apples are best kept at 0 degrees Celsius, that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Your Macintosh apples are best kept at 2 to 5 degrees Celsius, which is roughly 36 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit. And home refrigerators vary. Yes, this is Red Delicious. This is the Macintosh. Cold air sinks. So the bottom drawer is coldest, and usually meat is kept in those. Refrigerator doors keep foods less sensitive to changes in air because they are exposed to warmer air every time the door is opened. Air circulation and humidity. Humidity, or the measure of water vapor in air, must be maintained, and this varies in foods. Your crisp vegetables need 90 to 95% humidity. Cheese, margarine, and nuts, about 70%. Aging beef in large freezers where it hangs needs exactly 90% humidity. Too high, you get mold growth. Too low, dry meat. The best way to control it is proper packaging. This is why eggs are placed in cardboard and cheese is placed in plastic film or wax. Respiration. Fruits and vegetables take in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide. That's respiration. Enzyme reactions need oxygen. This is why red meat turns brown, fish loses fluid. So oxygen can be replaced with nitrogen or carbon dioxide, and it depends on the food. Red delicious apples that ripen in September are now available all year round because they are kept in cold storage. This is a gas-controlled warehouse for over 6 months. What's the gas? Nitrogen or carbon dioxide. Food changes during refrigeration. There are some enzymatic changes. Bananas will turn black. That cool temperature slows the enzymatic reaction to keep that yellow color on the banana, so they're going to turn brown faster. Humidity affects foods. Breads will stale faster. Foods can also absorb flavors and odors from other foods near it in the fridge. So that's why placement is key in the refrigerator. The role of refrigeration in food processing. The main function of refrigeration is preservation. Chilling is needed for aging cheese, beef, and wines. Citrus juice has a better flavor if refrigerated prior to processing. Freshly baked goods need to be cooled before slicing to maintain structure. And soda holds more carbon dioxide if water is chilled before carbonation. Freezing. People buy frozen foods to save cooking time. Frozen dinners are cheaper than going out to eat. People that do not know how to cook have easier access to meals. People working have a meal ready. It replaces cooking and saves time. And your shelf life is increased. Poultry can be kept up to 2 days in a fridge, but can be kept up to 8 months in a freezer. Factors that affect freezing. Different food components freeze at different temperatures and rates. Water conducts heat away from food faster than fat. Fat conducts heat faster than air. Meat surrounded by a thick layer of fat freezes slower than if that fat was removed. Frozen ice pops, this is really flavored water, right? Freeze faster than ice cream bars, right? The ice cream bars are higher in fat. The thicker the package, the longer it takes the center to freeze. The colder the temperature, the faster the freeze. Changes during freezing. Not all foods freeze well. Lettuce, green onions, radishes are easily destroyed, right? Look at this picture. So that's soggy lettuce. Meats, fish, poultry, blueberries, cranberries, raspberries, broccoli, corn, and peas freeze well. There can be textural changes. Liquids turn to solid when frozen, and then that needs to melt to be eaten, right? So there may be some texture changes during this process. Ice crystals can form as well. Ice crystal damage. Um, the slower the freezing process, the larger the ice crystals, and larger crystals will rupture cell walls, break foams and gels. It affects textures of whipped toppings, ice creams, frozen puddings, and custard. Freezer burn. This is damage to food from ice subliming or evaporating out of frozen food. So as water freezes, it can evaporate into open spaces in packaging. Often damaged packages, right? Evaporated water recondenses as frost on the food, the packaging, or the walls of the freezer. The food does not regain lost moisture and becomes tough and dry. So it's best to use an airtight package and to try not to thaw and refreeze your foods.